think you've only been able to play with a lead for a little under 14 minutes all year so far. How does that impact the play calling and just the general approach? Does it prevent you from getting to a lot of things that you'd like to get to?
Certainly, anytime you're able to play with a lead, obviously everyone wants to be in that role. Really, we've been in manageable situations. Obviously, it gets a little bit tight, just because you got to play a little bit, have some awareness with the clock and whatnot. But I don't, for the most part, we've been in manageable situations where we have the ability still to run and pass. Probably Atlanta game, maybe a little bit in this game where you can't just sit there and make it a 10 play, 15 play drive that takes 10 minutes on the play clock or on the game clock. You got to be a little bit aware of that. But we've been in manageable situations just to keep plugging away and keep giving ourselves opportunities.
And can you go ahead and walk us through that final sequence you had when you had the first down with 26 seconds left on the 22? Just those three plays there and what happened.
Yeah. Not exactly sure which one to start with. Obviously, we had a completion, banged the timeout, had one left. Went with a screen potentially there with the ability to throw the screen just because it was our last opportunity to throw a screen or attack the middle of the field really with that one timeout in our back pocket. So we went with the screen, ended up getting the penalty. After that, we went to a pass route. I believe Dak threw it to Ced. Awesome play by those two guys. Made a big conversion. They had the penalties. The clock stopped. Still had the timeout in our back pocket. Went with the play, kind of a sideline layering play. Ended up incomplete. Second down went sack, obviously. That kind of derailed us. And then, obviously now we're with no timeouts, really with potentially two plays at the end zone at most. Went with the play that gave us an opportunity potentially to throw to the sideline and or take a shot downfield. Obviously, we got a little bit of, Dak kind of got flushed out a little bit there. And, obviously I think he still gave us an opportunity to get it in the end zone and give us a chance.
When did y'all know Terrence Steele was sick, and did y'all think about not starting him, and did that impact, any of the play calling early, and then talk about certainly what y'all did when y'all pulled him and you made the shift on the line and how that impacted what you could do?
Yeah, obviously, I'm not the medical aspect of this part, so I, pretty much was told, hey, there's a little bit of a bug, wasn't feeling great, but he's rolling, and as long as he was rolling, we were playing ball. And obviously, at a certain point, we made the decision to make a little bit of a switch there with the offensive line, put some guys in some different positions, and we just continue to roll. I think guys handled those adjustments and those moves well. Obviously, Zach going out there at right tackle, he probably hasn't done that since the Notre Dame days, but went out there and executed, and I think our guys, still gave us an opportunity there.
Cedric Wilson, big game from him. We just talked about his play, and was that the plan to rotate those guys because y'all had so many snaps that you had this opportunity to get them more playing time?
Yeah, a lot of snaps. Obviously, Ced got in there, took advantage of some opportunities, and obviously you get some more in those situations. And obviously he did a tremendous job for us. And obviously we played a lot of snaps. Probably played with 3 or 4 receivers, healthy dose, and so those guys' numbers naturally will go up because of those circumstances. But he took advantage certainly of some opportunities, and that's credit to him. His preparation and the work that he's put in. He's prepared when he goes in there. He knows what he needs to do, and he goes out and executes. And we're really excited for him.
Hey, Kellen, how mindful of your defense are you when you're calling plays? If they're struggling, giving up plays, need to stay off the field, things like that, how do you keep that in mind when you're calling plays?
Yeah, I think fortunately, I think from my perspective, I'm pretty honed in on the offensive side of it. I think Mike's really does a great job of kind of talking through those situations, those process, just because he's obviously viewing it from the wider lens, watching all 3 sides of the ball there. But obviously, I think we gave ourselves some opportunities there. Our defense did some tremendous things, keeping us in there, giving us a chance to kind of. They held down and anchored for a little bit. We kind of caught back up with some scoring in that 3rd and 4th quarter, and we got right back into that thing.
And then when you look at the screen game, what were they doing to effectively kind of stop it? It didn't seem like you could get much going there with the screens.
Yeah. We felt like we were close there, and that, we were hoping to get one of those because they were really, really close. They had a couple plays where linebackers made good plays and missed a couple opportunities where, it is what it is, and obviously something we got to work on. We got to get better at because screens are a big part. You got to have screen game, especially in a game where you throw it probably more than you anticipate. 50 some attempts. Obviously, you got to be able to mix some screens in there just to control the front four a little bit there and give ourselves some opportunities.
What's the biggest challenge when you have a significant shuffling of the offensive line like that as a play caller in the middle of the game?
I think for me, probably, I think it's mostly for the players just to handle all the communication. Obviously, guys are in different positions, and obviously there's a lot of change with that. So I think just the biggest thing is making sure everyone's on the same page. The communication's good. Obviously, there's an awareness to guys being in different positions, but I felt like they handled it well, and I don't think it limited us as far as in any way, as far as what we could and couldn't do.
And a couple of games now in a row of being down big in the fourth quarter. What kind of mindset is that for you? What do you have to kind of be thinking as you're trying to climb back?
Yeah, I think obviously you got to kind of aggressively take what they give you. You got to get back into it. I don't think it ever felt like it was too far out of stretch. We were close that whole time, and I think fortunately for us, we made some big plays, got some chunk plays. I think we had 10 passing explosives in that game. And so we gave ourselves some opportunities to kind of, chip away at it, understand what the clock is, but also the scoreboard. And, we were right there. We took the lead with, however many, 4 minutes left. And, we had another opportunity at the end.
Kellen, your thoughts on how CeeDee's been playing through the first 3 weeks of the season? You got a young kid there making a lot of plays for you, it seems.
Yeah. I think he's doing a great job. And, like CeeDee's approach, he's been doing a great job, just continuing to prepare, and we like where he's at, and obviously we'll get better and better as it goes.
Was Amari a little nicked up toward the end of that game? It seems you had a long drive there. I don't know if you pulled him out because he was tired or anything. I know he got hurt early, but he did come back.
Yeah, I'm not aware of any of that. Obviously it was a long drive, and we were playing, and there's a lot of plays in the drive, and sometimes you give another guy an opportunity just for a play or two, and he was fine.
What can CD bring in that reverse / I guess jet sweep role? Obviously didn't work yesterday, but when you get that working, what can you bring to that area of the game?
Yeah, obviously speed to the edge, try and capture the edge as quickly as possible, get a guy to the perimeter. Obviously you can get some stuff off of it with the run game and the play action game. And you just gotta keep working it. You can't just throw it away, and just because it didn't work for a play. It's a long season. There's a lot more opportunities, and we just gotta keep working at it.
Saab, go ahead.
Kellen, what makes Zeke so successful in the pass blocking game?
I think just attention to detail, recognizing the understanding the pass protection game plan, and then he has great awareness of where pressures are coming, how to account for them, account for guys, and he does a great job because his eyes are really, he's got to see a lot of things in pass protection. He's done a great job of it, and also helping some of those offensive linemen at times where a guy may get an edge and he's able to help, and it's an important job that we respect the heck out of what he does for us, because there's a balancing act. He's got to protect, but he's also sometimes got to be an outlet in the passing game, and he does a good job of balancing those two out.
And this is going to be the last one. Go ahead, Brianna.
In the offensive line shuffle yesterday, how did you think Tyler Biotis did at center, and how much do you think it helped him having Joe Looney next to him at right guard?
Yeah, I think the group did a good job. Obviously, there was changes within the where everyone was playing, but I thought they handled it well, and they did a good job as a group. And there's plenty of things we can get better at and improve on as a group, as a offense. And I think those guys will just continue to keep molding together and building a strong group together as we continue to build this thing.